Well, we're back to the home straight again. The intermediate boys, 100 metres, another record held by the former world junior champion, Mark Lewis Francis. And those are the 8 men who aspire to assume the mantle of the great man. Well, let's go through the lineup, shall we? In lane 1, Ben Shields, the Rotherham athlete, wearing the vest of South Yorkshire today. A lifetime best performance of 11.10, the South Yorkshire Schools champion. Also, the Northern Under-17 champion. In lane 2, Matthew Ahey of West Midlands, the West Midlands Schools champion, a personal best of 11.28, although this is his first year of serious competition. It's the same story for Adam Gamilli of Kent, the Dartford Harrier, the Kent Schools champion, but already inside 11 seconds, 10.80, and one of the contenders here. KG Alessinloy of Essex, the silver medalist in the Essex Schools Championships. Tundi Juden of London, silver medalist at the Southern Championships, the Middlesex champion, and he's got a lifetime best of 10.79. And they're perhaps the favourite, David Bolorinwa, the Cambridge Harrier, wearing the black vest of London, the defending champion. Cameron Smith of Surrey, the Croydon Harrier, a 10.91 athlete. Chijindu Uja of Middlesex, of Enfield and Haringey. That's who he competes for in club athletics. Third in the Middlesex Schools Championship and a best time of 11.13. He's done well to get through to this final. So from the right-hand side of the screen, Shields, Ahey, Gamilli, Alessinloy, Juden, Bolorinwa, Smith and Uja. There's David Bolorinwa, the defending champion. Bolorinwa has got a best of 10.47 run this season, so he's got perhaps the record in his sight, and he's getting away well. Is Bolorinwa running away from the field with every strike? Bolorinwa, the clock stops at 10.78, so it won't be a record, but it is an emphatic performance from the winner from London. David Bolorinwa, the defending champion, has retained his title in style. Well, he was quickly away out of the blocks, wasn't he, Mike? But it really was his pickup from about 30 metres through to 50 where he laid his claim on the title.
Yeah, very, very good form there. Good coaching. He's progressed well since last year. He's got a season's best of 10.47. We thought he might actually break the championship record, but he was running into a headwind there. The time not really showing how strong that headwind was. I think the winning time was 10.77. And David Bolorinwa for London there. A good performance for him this afternoon. One of the few, Martin, of the favourites that have won this afternoon.
Well, we have had one or two surprises today. Not this time, though. David Bolorinwa, the defending champion, retaining his title in style. He's down at trackside with Mark Richardson.
Well, David, you're one of the few people who was expected to win.
London, the outstanding favourites in this inter-boys relay final. They've got 2 of the sprint, individual sprint final winners in their quartet. So London, very strong favourites in this inter-boys final. Well, Anton Daly is on lead-off for London here. He'll pass on to David Bolarinwa, the winner of the 100 metres, who in turn will pass the baton for the second bend to Edmund Amanning. Amanning, the winner of the 200 metres, and he'll pass the baton on to Tunda Juden, who is on the anchor leg for London. So London, you would have thought, if they can keep the baton in hand, they will be the winners. Well, let's focus, shall we, on these baton exchanges for London. And Anton Daly has gone off very fast indeed, getting after West Midlands. This is the first baton change. Daly to Bolarinwa. Well, it was fumbled, and I think it was just exchanged within the box, but a couple of problems there. Kenta having a good run out in lane 7. Let's look at the second baton change here for London. Well, the baton has been passed comfortably there between the second and third athletes. The individual 100 winner, Bolarinwa, to Amanning. Amanning hands on to Juden. The baton is comfortably and safely in hand, and London are on their way to victory here. London in lane 4, scorching away with it. Kenta coming through for second place. I think they just got there ahead of West Midlands. Cambridge are also having a decent run there. But no doubt about the winners. London out in front. The quartet of Daly, Bolarinwa, Amanning and Juden, the winners of the 4x100 metre relay for Inter boys.
Just need to make sure that they are not disqualified. Their changeover from 1 to 2 looks slightly suspicious, but after that they ran away with it, and a very, very fast time there, 41.96. Championship best is 41.92, and if they'd had slightly smoother changeovers there, I think they probably would have got a championship best performance. Well, we're watching London. London are always the favourites there, with the 100-metre winner there, David Bolarinwa, in it, 10.77. He ran into a headwind of 1.6 earlier this afternoon. He handed over to Anton Daly, or rather it was the other way around. I think Anton Daly handed over to David Bolarinwa, and he just about made it, I think. Yes, they were inside their zone there. And then it was David Bolarinwa who handed on to Edwin Amanning, and then finally for fourth leg, I think it was Juden who brought them home. Well, Martin, these relays, they are tough for these youngsters, aren't they? Because they're not really used to this tight discipline of changing the baton within a 20-metre zone.
And consider that some of these athletes are from big counties or big cities, and they don't get too many opportunities to practice baton changes. I remember back in the old days that the Great Britain team management used to say they struggled to get relay quartets at a track at the same time. Well, I can imagine it's the same for teachers in many of these counties and big cities. And one or two of the frailties there in technique showing just a little bit there in that inter-boys relay final. But in the end, London appeared to get the baton home safely enough, and they certainly had plenty in hand. So London, the two individual champions. Up next, the conclusion of these Aviva English Schools Championships. We've got the senior relays to come.